right, we got Fortnite's new best rivalry, man. Let me know what you guys think the best rivalry of all time is in the comment section down below. This is a video by my boys at We Clutch Up. Huge shout out to them. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Please just go Kdog in the item shop right above my head here, even though you can barely see it. This is a long video in, so hey, grab some snacks. Let's get into it though.
After Major 1, the Fortnite community was buzzing. We had just seen one of the game's most shocking results. Peterbot was coming off his 3-peat in 2024 with Pollo,
and then he lost to his own duo, man.
Had a perfect season until Grand Finals, where despite being a heavy favorite, he lost to Pollo and his new trio.
That's actually insane, bro. All right, I'm gonna try not to pause this too much throughout this whole video because it's long. But dude, the fact that Peterbot won every single cash cup that season and then lost Grand Finals when pretty much he was a unanimous pick between everybody. Like, I don't care what people say. If you were around watching that tournament back then, there was nobody that was picking against him, and Pollo still ended up winning. I really hope that Pollo, Acorn, and Agers can lock in and get back to that FNCS winning form, because it's so entertaining when like Pollo was like atop of the top.
His meteoric rise as a streamer, Clix had remained steadfastly committed to competing. Although he had been competing since 2019, 2024.
This sniper grand finals performance from Clix was one of the
2 4th places. Although it sparked the 4th place curse meme.
Finally beat the 4th place curse.
Things looked especially bleak when he was dropped by his trio mid FNCS.
This was low key. All right, I'm not gonna lie. Him getting dropped right there was literally probably one of the best things that happened in his entire career. He got dropped by Muzz and Rise and ended up getting to play with Batman, Booga, and Yamzo.
Fortnite of his life, it looked like Clix's
Higgs and Yamzo, my bad,
was about to hit a wall. Until fate intervened. Miraculously, he was able to join a tier 1
He joined a better trio
in Yamzo when their teammate Mason went on a family vacation.
That's just so insane, bro. The domino effect is so insane.
After 6 years, he had achieved his best placement and broke the so-called 4th place curse. Another day, another victory for the OGs. After all this time competing, his first championship still eluded him. Clix vs Peterbot is probably the game.
This was such a good interview right here.
Although on both sides, it has been somewhat lopsided.
FNCS wins and you have 0, and you've been playing for an extra couple years.
I mean, Clix, what are you going to say to that?
You know, when you're at the top, stuff happens that you don't want to happen.
Clix can flex his insane reach and popularity, and Peter can flex his in-game
5 FNCS wins, insane.
Greatest Fortnite player of all time.
It's become a ritual at each LAN for the trash talk to fly.
Yep.
You got cheated on 3 times.
This was OG Peter, bro.
This past year's
I think Peter, did he even have 2 FNCS wins at that point? I don't think he did.
Which went about as well as can be expected. But up to this point, this rivalry had more sizzle than substance.
I hope they team up one day, man.
The community's hunger for a true rivalry.
What is the most iconic Fortnite rivalry? Hey, that's me.
Major 2, we would get it.
Yo, I just saw me right there.
With Peterbot coming off a shocking defeat and Clix hungering for his first championship, we would see the explosion of Fortnite's greatest rivalry as Peterbot and Clix's team would battle in one of the game's greatest tournaments.
Peterbot Legacy Game!
Peterbot was so insane that game.
Fortnite's best rivalry.
All right, lock in, bro. Lock in, Chad. Lock in. You guys got your snacks? Hey, let me know what snacks you guys got.
Peterbot and Clix's collision course was inevitable, as if it was commanded from the heavens.
There is a new greatest Fortnite player of all time.
Because
is Peter the undisputed GOAT at this point? He's got to be, right? I think you can maybe make an argument for like Mirror or Booga, but I mean, bro, Peter, if he's not already the GOAT, he's going to be the GOAT by the end of this year.
Grand Finals,
undisputed.
They had each completed the most eventful seasons in the game's history.
Yeah, no, for sure. This is the Peterbot effect. He's taken over the timeline.
In the aftermath of their loss in Major 1,
we're in the Peterbot era.
Ritual, who was the popular scapegoat for their loss, which for the record was unfair. This was despite earning a LAN spot, which meant Ritual would have to sign a disband form to officially.
And he was not doing that.
In favor of Boya, who was also on a global championship trio with Acorn and Agers, who would also need to sign the disband forms. A conflict that exploded hilariously on social media, pitting Acorn, Agers, and Ritual.
Bro, okay, but honestly, can you blame like Ritual or Pollo for not wanting to sign the forms? Like, I feel like it was really smart for them not signing
who
him.
refused to
Like,
sign against Peterbot.
I'm not leaving a team with Peterbot and Cold.
Would play the
Are you
first portion
tripping?
of the season together, and as expected,
This trio was so
going
OP, bro.
3 for 3 on Divisional Cup wins before Epic tweeted that any FNCS prizing would be forfeited.
Epic
unless
Games
the
literally
disband
changed the
forms
rule
were
to
signed.
make them go back to their old
Halfway
teams.
into the season, and Peterbot Gold and Ritual seem to have not missed a beat. Because
This was
they
such a
proceeded to
weird
win the
timeline,
next
bro.
Divisional Cup, bringing Peter and Cold's streak to 12 straight. A
Insane.
record. They would also
Literally
go on
insane.
to break the points record in opens. In the last Divisional Cup,
Just
however,
winning
partially
everything.
due to some connection issues this trio encountered, the streak was broken. Poetically,
by none
Higgs and Iamzo, who were red hot all season,
by the one and only,
mantle as the greatest challenger to Peterbot Gold and Ritual, alphaing a tier 1 drop spot at Lone Wolf Lair. And then going
they did have the best drop spot that
defend.
season also.
Announcing he is now going
Hey, that's
to
me
be
again.
Lone Wolf Lair and contesting Clix.
Beyond breaking Peterbot and Cold's division,
that's me again right there.
They were the second best team all season, placing second twice, third, and fourth. Each player on the trio having a powerful story arc. Iamzo was finally finding his footing after a forgettable 2024
That never ended up happening,
where
by the
he
way.
was likely DDoSed while in first during Major 1 with Rise.
Yeah, this was still
and
so
ended up
tough,
not
bro.
qualifying for
Iamzo
Global,
and Rise should have been
placing
FNCS
15th in
champions,
Major
man.
3 when Tayson came from EU to be his duo. Imagine thinking the bad luck you've kept running into the past few years is finally coming to an end. Even being unable to play at the Global Championships as a fail because of a mistake on a form.
Bro,
this was
yeah,
a
Iamzo
big
is
belt
the most
because
unlucky player
in
ever.
2023, he was a sure top 3 in FNCS, and so far in 2025 seemed like it was a return to championship form. Higgs, who was formerly Babam Booga, was
Except Higgs
executing
now.
the fastest rebrand the community has ever seen.
Yeah.
Literally everyone referred to him as Higgs immediately, and he became Exet Higgs, joining Clix's org.
Great
But it
rebrand
was
from him,
Clix
too.
who had an iconic season. Literally.
Wow,
An
it was a
impressive
big season for
transformation
all
from
of them.
the
I
Fortnite
literally didn't even
banned
realize
in
that till now.
2021 to a gaming mogul, the owner of the organization.
Bro, I
Exet,
remember when
his
he
own
tweeted that,
clothing
bro.
line, and so much more. Even appearing in a Super
I was like,
Bowl,
why is my
all
whose
the
mouse
while
is on the screen
streaming
right there? I thought that was
every
my
day
mouse.
and playing the best Fortnite of his life. But that March, he would be made a Fortnite icon, a towering achievement. But the championship eluded him. And despite this trio's insane form, it was hard to see anyone besting Peterbot. Who else was in this historic lobby? There were some amazing minor storylines in this FNCS. Let's speedrun before we show the explosion of this iconic rivalry. North America had settled into a...
I feel like, I don't know why people still ask me, like, do I think Clix is going to win FNCS? Like, 100% he's in contention to win FNCS every single season. I don't even know why people, like, ask me that question. He literally just got second place by, like, what, 13 points?
We'll call them the
Hey, there I am again.
Kanata, Bolts, and Sphinx. 3-star players looking for a return to form. Booga,
I think this is my video too.
One stuck with threats and teamed up with Rapid after trying out Craze, who he dropped while he was at his high school prom.
Bro, Craze is too funny, bro. Big FV.
Boyo had to be taken seriously despite their vibes potentially being shot. Rise and Muzz began the season with Curly, but dropped him for Yapko. Curly joined Cooper and Reet, who had missed grand finals in Major 1, putting his career at a
Insane performance from Reet Cooper and Curly too. We need a story on Reet Cooper and Curly. Hey, I might have to make that video.
Is someone crushing that party?
One team was Braids, Aminished, and Visuals, uncontested in the center of the map, very talented, and had a long track record together. But
fourth place in Grands. What a performance from them. Landing next to Peterbot too.
Who's everyone's next team?
I like the Bryce pick. I'm gonna go with Braids, Diminished, and Visuals.
All of these
great call by
Teddy.
Great call
to the global championship. So that is the who. Where did this clash take place? Chapter 6, Season 2's theme was Lawless, a nice foreshadowing for the chaos in FNCS. The left side of the map had major changes with 4 new POIs, headlined by Crime City and Lone Wolf Lair.
Bro, the fact that Peter still got all of Crime City and the train Uncon is insane.
Gold. The Gold Rush effect, which could be obtained from gold rivers or gold splashes, gave teams a speed boost and allowed them to break builds faster. Collecting gold and a new in-game currency called Dilbits was also critical.
Falcon Eye Sniper? Why do I feel like I've never seen that weapon before?
and
That's gotta not
buying
be in
and
comp,
exotic
right?
items like the drum gun and a 400 HP chug jug.
The drum gun was
For
pretty
ARs,
good too.
Teams either use the twin mag or the hollow.
But that pump in
And
Peter's
for
hands,
shotguns,
oh my
teams
gosh.
heavily favored
It
the
was
Sentinel
so
pump,
fun to
but
watch.
if they weren't lucky enough to have them, the outlaw shotgun or the infiltrator pump were the alternatives. There were two main mobility items
bat,
this
yep.
season. The first was the baseball
Dude, I
bat,
just can't
which
wait till we're
enhanced
out of the
sprint
Star
and
Wars
canceled
season,
fall
man.
damage.
Like, I need to go back to a
Mobility
fun
were the
meta
Sub-Zero
again, bro.
gauntlets. These
Like,
gave
these
players
weapons
a
are good,
small
but, like,
movement
bro, I
boost,
just
but
love this
more
weapon
importantly,
meta
could
right
stop
here.
fall damage after the player was already falling, unlike the baseball bat. Much like in Season 1, players had few complaints.
Yeah.
Except for the elephant in the room, Storm Surge trading, which
Yeah.
was especially bad this season.
Awful.
Because of the
Absolutely
sheer volumes
awful.
of ways teams could heal themselves, and became a prevailing narrative going into Grands. So, with that, an iconic battle between
Ooh, all right, let's get it
biggest
started, bro.
stars,
Grand Finals recap.
surprise performances, redemption, and controversial plays was about to begin. Clix, Higgs, and Iamzo start strong in Game 1.
Higgs, Clix are able to see teams nearby and they're putting the pressure.
Did they win Game 1? Nah, I don't think they did, right? I actually don't even remember who won Game 1 of this.
Confident to move in.
Peterbot and Cold start to cook.
And that's where Peterbot, Cold, and Ritual start to set their focus. They can chop it down early, or at least hinder what they can see.
Who's that? Kill on Muzz? I remember. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember this now. Didn't, like, Booga or something win this game? Or am I tripping? Or was it Acorn? No, I actually don't even remember. Who did win this game? It was Booga, yeah, Booga on high.
Booga still on high ground, working his way down ever so slightly here, looking for a refresh here.
Damn, I can't believe Booga didn't qual land this season. Rapid kills the Iamzo.
With Booga threats and Rapid dropping down from height for the win.
But meanwhile, Booga threats and Rapid looking to set up this Game 1 victory at 11 eliminations to be here shortly. Threats fire Coop and then the finish on
Free Cooper and Curly right there. What a Grands they went on to have.
Is set in stone.
Peterbot gets to work, taking down Cam and Bucky.
Even harder to do so now with a man down, but hey, at least Kdog gets to sit back and beat.
Bucky, Cam, and Okus had a really rough Grands.
Meanwhile, Cam,
like, especially with Uncon Drum Gun, like, I thought they would do a lot better than they did. I mean, they're gonna go on West now, so I guess we'll see how they do then, but
as endgame goes,
it was
to a
rough.
battle between Peter on high and Clix on low. With Peterbot down, Ritual and Cold have to make plays again.
This was such a great Grands from Ritual too, bro. Like, day one, Peter, I'm not gonna lie, like, he still played really good, but
it seems like
Cold and Ritual were the main characters on the trio day one.
At least that, hey, listen, if a team is up on
like
the
a
high
duo
ground,
clutch win from them right here.
Interested in taking it at any point in the game or even applying any pressure.
Clix goes down as Cold and Ritual try to close out Braids and Visual in a 2v2.
Cold was playing out of his mind too. Like, look at this.
Ritual just trying to keep pace up.
Dead.
There goes
200. Game 2 win. I thought they were about to go on a crazy like momentum streak after that.
Ritual and Cold keep rolling.
Only 146 damage above.
How did they do in Game 3? I actually don't even remember.
Forced to take a fight.
Three-piece by Cold right there.
Iamzo gets an elimination.
3-piece, oh bye.
Iamzo, Higgs, and Clix were able to find a couple.
Clix and Iamzo were so consistent though
Peterbot
too.
gets to work in endgame.
Really turn online, but it's gonna be at the hands of Acorn as he.
Dude, whoever was on height for like the first like 3 games of this tournament literally just won. Wait, was this the game Clix won actually?
They are the disruptors right now. Threats lands on his teammate, but no,
how many kills at this point? 10 kills.
And keeps cooking.
Sure, off of those 3 eliminations right there. All of a sudden now.
Dang.
As he and Clix pull out the win.
Yeah.
It's Yapko. They're trying to
Didn't Clix had a nice little clutch right here, right? Great aim right there by Clix. Great aim. 14 kill win Game 3. That's what they needed.
4 places to second as the leaderboard starts
down by
to
what?
take shape.
29.
Team needing Storm Surge make plays.
Lead off the storm. Talk about
The surge trading was still so bad, bro. I hope we don't go into another surge trading meta. Like, oh my gosh.
The question is, do you go for that loot, play for the heals, and kind of wait this one out?
Peterbot gets taken out in an aggressive fight with Braids and Visuals.
But on the other side, it actually launched that. Oh no, they broke.
That was where was his teammates right there? Peter literally just full jumped in by himself.
They're gonna play for the front side of the zone. Meanwhile,
This was a, oh my gosh, I remember this clutch.
Ritual keep pushing to salvage the game.
Stu goes sideways and Reed's already being the lead charge.
Day one was literally like Cold and Ritual versus Higgs and Yamzo.
Countdown to Higgs. He's still going 6.
This was a crazy duo
Higgs
clutch by
making
them.
a last stand before going down to Muzz, who pulls out the win.
Be the disruptor. Everything's starting to fall now, and the story is unfolding as Higgs is the last man
Dang, bro.
standing.
Oh my goodness.
And after 4 games, we have a tie for first. But the battle.
Wow, it
between
was
these two
tied
teams
after
was
game
just
4?
beginning.
I forgot
Both
about
Ritual
that.
and Peterbot start stacking eliminations.
Bro, Peter got an emo on like anybody that tries to fight him.
I'll take charge on the other side, and this is after already getting this elimination on the JoJo Fishy to open up the fight.
Oh my god.
Type aggression right now, taking these fights, wrapping them up.
Bro, Peter and Cold being on the same team just doesn't seem fair still.
See, I thought.
I'm low-key so glad that they had to leave
Clix
Poyo.
and Peterbot's trio
That
were
team would have
going
been
head-to-head
unstoppable.
As Peter cycles for height against Poyo, but loses Ritual and has to give up.
And high ground, it pushes back. They are all ready for it, but with Ritual going down, that leaves him in a 2v3 situation.
Bro, this Grands was so good. I'm still like so locked in on the gameplay here, even though I literally already watched
And is
this
left to solo clutch.
multiple times.
Now trying to figure out where they're at. There
This
goes
was a solid Peter solo clutch right here. Nothing too crazy, but like it was solid, you know?
Peterbot's ready, but misses the first shot, finds another one.
Kills Clix right there.
Goes back to the zone, finds a flopper. This is gonna buy
He died because he didn't pop the flopper. Yep, I remember that. Damn.
It is not
That's
Game
tough.
coming down to Yamzo and Higgs as a duo, and Poyo and Yapko as solos.
He goes down, elimination.
And Yamzo and Higgs once again with the clutch. Crazy day one from them.
Winning back-to-back games and taking
They were in
place.
first.
At the start of Game 6, Peterbot made a controversial play that blew up on social media.
Oh, yeah.
pushing Clix's team to kick off the game. That, in hindsight, may have swung the tournament.
Such a, like, looking back on this now, like, this was so smart at the time, but knowing the results that this led to, like, this was the play of Grand Finals right here. If they didn't do this, like, they might have not have won Grands. Like, we might be talking about Clix being a one-time champion right now if Peter never did this. And then they went, like, Clix literally got rebooted, and then they just chased him again.
And dancing on him. Yamzo rebooted them, but they were aggressively behind the 8-ball. And Peterbot ruthlessly pushes them again.
Nothing Higgs could do here. Dead. And then, took down Clix and Yamzo shortly after that, too.
And keeps rolling.
Just take them far away. I'll get our other duos reboot. We'll get back in the game.
This was like one of the most like flow state games I think Peter was in all
Go
tournament.
down in a mid-game fight.
He's going to need a miracle as he spots threats.
Dang, died 20th, bro. 20th
Clix
dying while
down,
being in
Peterbot
first
pushes
place
the
is.
solo in endgame.
Their tails from one fight to the next.
Yeah, I mean,
Now
bro,
Ritual gets the V, dips right
they have
back in, but he
11
gets the
kills with
elimination,
26
and he
people
gets it.
left.
Oh my gosh! Multiple chances here in front of Peterbot, but without any builds, he needs to be precise.
Top
versus
15,
Kdog.
not
Kdog
bad.
takes him
Or
down.
top
The
5.
tournament surprise
Play
team,
our teams.
Braids, Visuals, and Unminished win the final game of day 1 and push into a LAN
Bro,
qualification.
what an
race.
end to day 1. Like, the drama after day 1 was literally cinema.
Great clutch though. Nice little tag there. He's gonna find himself a little bit of siphon. Braids now. Braids. They're doing what they can, but they cannot find him. They can't find him. Braids goes down, but Visuals found some extra heals at the bottom of the mountain. Every team that fell
Kanata, bro.
was his.
I thought Kanata was gonna do a lot better. Actually, no, I
Bold
didn't.
Decision providing a massive swing, giving them a 51-point lead going into day 2,
Wow.
and building uncertainty for
Up by
Clix, Higgs,
50
and Yamzo.
after
In
day
between
1.
day 1 and 2, people litigated Peterbot Game 6 play on social media.
No Clix. But watch what they do right after.
Frankie was right on EU. Are we not?
Admired his insane stats, and got insanely hyped for what
Wait.
was shaping up to be a
I don't know what Kurt was trying to
battle
say
of
right there. Was he
Clix
saying like
versus
emoting was
Peterbot.
weird or like
Clix
what?
Gets knocked to fall damage, but then cooks like a maniac.
Points. It was amplified.
Okay, why are we showing the Clix fall damage death?
Clicks. A little bit of fall damage.
Hey, it's all right though. He made up for it right here, right? Or did he die right here?
They cut this.
Nah, he made up for it, right?
In they go.
Yeah.
And only cut
I mean, he didn't kill nobody there, but he got some cleanup kills right here.
Key, though, Clix jumping right on into the mix of things here. Makes you wonder, why was this team sitting around this long? 3 eliminations.
Yeah, that was like, this was the freest wipe they got all tournament. This was such a great start to day 2 also. And then Peterbot started off rough too. Literally no mats. Just gets pre-aided in the back. I thought Pollo was gonna have a comeback, man.
Clix, Iamzo, and Higgs.
When I saw them on height this game, I was like, oh yeah, this is the start of the Pollo comeback. Didn't really happen. Did not happen.
Try to go for the save. It's Booga's trio. The medallion proven to be useful in this situation, but only for so long. Iamzo goes down. Clix tries to make a miracle play, but the full trio goes out.
As Acorn, Pollo, and Agers get the win.
Yep, and already Agers gonna drop down onto one side. Good damage on the curve. Pollo's gonna clean that one.
How many kills was this? What was this? 8? Not even like the most kills either, bro.
Clix, Higgs, and Iamzo narrowing Peterbot's lead down to 6. Clix and team get in a dicey fight, but take out 2 players.
It's like a stroll in the park on one side, but on this one, Iamzo just takes a big shot, maybe even kneecapper on top. Clix as well, dropped down to 105 HP.
Peterbot starts to cook.
This is what it looks like. That mountain range that some invested into might be worth it, as Jojo Fishy trying to pass Peterbot.
Bro, I cannot wait for globals.
From one player
like, this is like literally reminding me of last year's globals for some reason. Like, Peter versus Thomas, like this is reminding me of like that. I really hope we get another good globals, man. There's so many good teams on like so many different regions. Like, we gotta be in for a cinema globals. Especially with everybody that's going to be like potentially contesting each other. Oh my gosh, I hope we get a good match.
Another knock onto Cynics.
Peterbot Psycho's height.
I'm already like salivating at the mouth thinking about it.
We know what he does. He used that kneecapper so well to retake high ground. They all jumped over. Booga threats rapid. It's like they jumped in different directions.
Did Peter win this game?
I
think.
Every chance that
I think this was the point in time. Wait.
And makes plays as a solo.
No, they didn't. Oh my gosh.
But look at the fight. Isho and Vert show up too.
Day 2 Peter was so much better than day 1. Like, Peter, when he needs to lock in, is like the best player in Fortnite history, like times 2. Like, the best players in Fortnite history is Peterbot 1, and then 1A is Peterbot when he locks in.
Higgs frantically try and keep pace.
Team trio up is Clix's trio on the low ground. Look at how many eliminations they have managed to secure here.
This is a great game from Clix though too.
A vintage solo clutch, but Clix clutches up too.
He finds Donnie as well, still finding more, and then finds
bro,
making sure that he's securing.
If Peter won this game, I thought when he killed Higgs right here there was a real chance at it. But I mean, there was a great shot by Iamzo here. I think that's how this game ended. I think Iamzo hit a nasty shot. Yeah, great shot by Iamzo right there. Iamzo's so crazy too, bro.
Ending the game within 3 points of each other. The hype was upon us. Peterbot stays aggressive while trying
whoever
to
scripted this deserves a raise.
The black market. They push Clix, but back off.
We knew they were trying to get in on to Clix's trio. Who would have thought they'd push all the way up? Of course, after taking the rotate through the porta body now.
I remember this. Peter then keyed him again, but like nothing really happened out of it.
As of now,
getting into a high stakes fight.
Early on, it was Clix the one on top of Lone Wolf Flair in their base. For them. In here they come with the kneecappers around.
This was not Clix's best game right here. This was probably like Clix this game was not really like putting in that much work.
Think about what this is gonna do for the damage as well.
Clix and Iamzo as a duo are in shambles. Higgs apparently dying to Booga's van rolling down the mountain.
In a moment, can they take advantage of that? Either way, they don't want to because they know they don't want to get caught in the backside of the zone.
Why do I not remember that happening? I never saw that van right here. Wait, where was it at? I remember him dying right here, but I did not see that. Bro, where did that van just come from?
On the other side, Higgs goes down, Clix in shambles. Iamzo no shields. Even with 6 eliminations, this puts him in a dire spot. Yeah, that looked like Booga coming through with an armored vehicle. Like, I'm not sure what just happened.
I mean, Clix had a decent amount of mats at that point, but just got lobbied, bro. Yumzo had a decent solo clutch this game. Oh, never mind. 10th place. Thinking of the wrong game.
But Peterbot and team go down before capitalizing.
Dude, that was the reason why this Grands was so entertaining. Like, every chance that Peter had, like, an opportunity to take a big lead, like, they just couldn't capitalize.
As Muzz, Yapko, and Rise cannot win from height, as Curly, the player they drop, makes an insane play to win.
This is a great Curly solo clutch too. I remember this.
He tries to free swing right there. Yapko is absolutely ready. There it is. It's charged up, but he misses.
That's a interesting play by Yapko.
And a one-on-one against Reed here. How good can you be?
Oh my gosh, what a shot by Muzz. Goes down to Curly though.
It's all up to Curly. Things are starting to heat up. The pressure is rising, and Curly hits the shot.
Hey, there was a great win reaction to that too. I wish he showed Cooper's reaction to that.
Lands on Clix.
They were at the top of the leaderboard a few majors ago after day number.
Oh, is this when like randoms landed on them? Yeah, this was kind of weird. This was literally dead last landing on them. This was weird.
Also Peterbot, but Cold cooks him. A very fishy.
Yeah, that's how like
in the street, and now he's off to the races.
I don't know what the hell Noob Nitro was doing here, but like
push a fight, then get third and fourth party. A tense and scary.
I don't get how people say like Nitro was feeding him when Clix got landed on 2. They just didn't kill the people that landed on.
Redemption arc was real,
and Peter literally died too to the person that like landed on him.
Peterbot going down. Ritual once again looking like he's going to save the day.
Peterbot makes
like, I don't even
vintage
know, bro.
Peterbot play.
This is what they were looking like. Peterbot puts it all on the line.
Peter going for height here with no mats was one of the craziest IGO calls I've seen. Like, he got literally siphon mats from that. He had 0 builds when he went up.
And Yamzo down below the space that they created. They're trying to make it work. But
Higgs and Yamzo, another crazy duo clutch.
Trying to reunite. The splashes are coming out, doing what they can to keep them alive. Yamzo is here, trying to take space, but they don't have builds, Monster. So it's all or nothing. And
Booga down.
They find a key elimination.
Needing to make a play, Yamzo has the greatest solo clutch of his career.
This was a great solo clutch by Yamzo. He got second this game, right? Bro, Yamzo was like either the first or second best player of this entire grand finals. Yamzo is like
that was cold. That was Ritual.
Battling to second.
Like, I know this is never gonna happen, but could you imagine a Yamzo, Peter, and Cold trio? Oh my gosh. That would literally be like probably the scariest team in the world.
Cutting Peterbot, Ritual, and Cold's lead to just 16 with 2 games to go.
I bet Peter would love to play with Yamzo too.
Peterbot, which ended up being free kills. Given how tight the leaderboard was, every point mattered.
Yeah.
Ritual is there to alleviate some of that pressure. Now,
dang, this is when Peter got conned again, wasn't he, by Nitro? And I don't know what Nitro was doing again here.
They know exactly where Noob Nitro is at.
Like, I see where like the feeding accusations come from, but like he wasn't like doing nothing, you know? Like he's just not anywhere near their level.
Some of these bones have been
great shot by Clix right there.
That as Chip tries to break his way in, he immediately gets taken out. Vive doing some damage, but it's really not going to be enough. But they are in the higher ground, so do keep that in mind. Clix, Yamzo, Higgs in another fight though. What is happening here? Why did this one break out? Well, it seems like it was chaos.
They were just keying it. What game was this? Game 11. Oh my goodness. This really came down to the final game, didn't it?
Desperately trying to keep pace with Peterbot.
Clix finds another elimination onto Yapko. That's their 7th one of the game.
Like Clix and Yamzo could literally just play so aggro here because like
Yamzo goes down, leaving Clix as a solo.
3rd place wasn't even close to them. Like it was just a straight 2-horse race since like game 8 at this point. Died 7th, man.
Who played well all 20,
and I swear they died like
points as a solo.
Shortly after this, no? I mean, they already have 10 kills at this point, though, so it doesn't even matter, yeah.
As Booga wins the game.
Man behind the wall, bats are coming out. Booga's on the low ground, Threats is here to back them up, and they
show the leaderboard, man. I need to see the leaderboard. How close was it? 35 points.
Understand the stakes. With Peterbot taking the opportunity to troll Clix. With 2 land spots still up for grabs, community
like look at the leaderboard, bro.
Cinema. Neither team landed on each other, but Clix did put his icon skin on, getting down to business early.
Is kicking in here, and instead of sticking around,
Like, could you imagine how much nerves have to be like going through your body every fight you take?
But neither commits.
Look at Peter sneaking up.
Was insane.
Oh, I wish they fought right here, man. Like, this still ended like pretty insane, but I wish they just had a straight 3v3 right here for the grand finals win right here, bro. I wish they just fought, man.
They sniff him out for a second there. They have the little bit of high ground. Here comes the bold splash set up. Pay attention. Clix is moving.
I thought they were just about to like get in on one of them right here.
Play for angles. This is extremely high level Fortnite.
Clix, Yamzo, and Higgs pick up some elimination.
That's needed because they're staggering farther back, which means they haven't been able to get the damage. And then the heals on top of that.
Yamzo's just so confident, bro. Literally just full jumping in.
Higgs and Yamzo and team are below Surge and have
both of them were below here.
Getting into a dicey engagement in Seaport, which Higgs clutches.
You gotta make a move here, and they go.
Higgs clutches.
The bats are out. Clix hits one. He's not. Down veer. Yamzo's in the bus, but no. Dash has a better angle. It's all up to Higgs now.
I don't know if
for them, shot still breaking through, but he's able to get the elimination. No siphon, wasn't his down. Splashes onto Clix. He's trying to save the day, get them back into the game.
But Higgs makes a costly mistake, activating a big pot over a splash, failing to res Clix.
The revive finishes it, but Clix just gets trapped on the other side, but he gets the elimination.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Higgs, bro. Oh my gosh, man, like that still like hurts to watch.
By Peterbot Ritual.
Because Peter and them literally died right here.
Peterbot. Suddenly, the whole tournament is in play.
That's Higgs. That's Yamzo. They're ready to take it by force.
This was so hype.
Peterbot has to backtrack. He needs to
this whole game was just so hype, bro. This is one of the most like nerve-wracking games in like Fortnite history.
That is their elimination. That is their storm surge, and that is their chance to win it all.
Cold and Ritual fall.
And so it ends up keeping him alive for a little bit longer.
It didn't matter though, bro.
Oh, no. Takes him down. First place is starting to be dismantled. Ritual tries.
Bro, like if they got out of Storm, Yamzo and Higgs were duo clutching. Like Yamzo has 6 kills. This dude has 6 kills at this point already. They were duo clutching so hard this entire tournament. If they get insert, wait, is the leaderboard gonna pop up? I wish I could see the leaderboard at this point, but like, bro, if they got out of this, there was a very real possibility that they like clutch the win here, bro. They just couldn't get out, man. Wow, what a grand finals, bro.
Champion first and second place are down.
Poor Higgs, bro. Poor Higgs.
Zone making the difference with the tournament decided.
I feel like even if they splashed Clix right there though and rested him, it wouldn't have mattered.
Their ticket to land.
And Braids are watching it all play out. From their perspective, every ounce counts. Madness in the storm. They're just waiting this one out here. They're fully capped off.
This is a great performance by the like Visuals Braids and Diminish too. I swear every time I was watching them, like they were just so consistent. That team literally just didn't die.
Poyo lands the first shot down below. Flank on the Sphinx. He gets a good shot yet again, but no knocks. Poyo cannot get the sight.
He's in last Poyo game too to get top 5. Kanata wins last game.
Kanata holds on. Him, Sphinx, and Bolts win the final game of the day, hoping, praying with fingers crossed that it was enough to qualify for the global championship.
But
it was not.
Cold and Ritual managed to hold their 11-point lead, capping
like,
off
bro. Literally 11 points, man. Wait, hold on. Let me see the leaderboard again. Like, you're telling me that Higgs and Yamzo wouldn't have gotten 11 points as a duo to win grands? Like, man. I think they would have, to be honest.
One of the greatest starts.
Higgs and Yamzo are playing so crazy, bro.
Crazy ass Tony chat. We know who won it. Gonna be Heat, Cold, and Ritual.
Peterbot winning his 5th championship and likely cementing GOAT status. Cold winning his 3rd, and Ritual winning his 1st, and most importantly, redeeming himself. Clix, Yamzo, and Higgs placed 2nd, earning their spot at LAN. Clix's greatest tournament performance, where he was painfully close to shocking the world.
GG's, bro.
Yeah.
GG's, man.
GG's, bro.
Entertaining tournament.
What'd he say?
It was an entertaining tournament.
Bro.
Yamzo,
that was such an entertaining tournament. I never saw that clip right there.
After a special tournament performance, Curly, Cooper, and Reap earning the 2nd LAN spot, completing Ritual's comeback. and Braids, Diminished, and Visuals getting the 3rd land
So
spot
consistent.
after an incredible performance. The trios led by
I think they were the most
Rise and
consistent
Kanata
team
all
almost,
missing
or
land,
second most consistent
which
behind
creates an
Clix.
insane circumstance because Major 3 only has 2 land spots.
Yeah,
with
we're about to
3
be
great teams vying for it. Iron sharpens iron. So one man sharpens another. A sentiment that has never been truer coming off this insane tournament. Like, sub, and shout.
Bro, hey, shout out to Clinching, man. This last season, like he was just saying, there's going to be so many implications for so many different trios. Arguably going to be like, we're going to have to highlight so many of the other teams like Booga, Kanata, Rise, like all of those guys. We're going to have so much more spotlight on them for this next upcoming season. But we also still have to look at the teams that have already qualified for LAN and really start hyper analyzing them to see how good they're actually going to do in the global championships. So if you guys are the show, if you guys are new, please just go Kdog in the item shop if you guys want to support me even more. Shout out to Clutch Up once again. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.